What's up with y'all? It's time to let me cook. So the scene starts off with RYUGA and KYOYA both being introduced. As a kid, I was straight geeking over this fight. We got the two biggest crash outs in the show, about to go band for band, out here moving like Castanet and XQC, and you already know whose side I was on. KYOYA's been waiting the whole season to spin back on Jinka. I needed him to win. It was a must, and I'm sure KYOYA felt the same way, because after seeing bro for literally 5 seconds, we see that he's already obsessing over Jinka. This ain't no different than Vegeta obsessing over Goku. That man says Goku's name more than Chi-Chi does in bed. So Jinka and KYOYA both give each other a sign of respect, and then boom, RYUGA has already showed up and bro's on timing.
Bruh. What's good, Nyuka?
We see him destroying the stadium for literally no reason at all, and this is when I knew this fight was gonna be peak. The best fight in Metal Fusion in my opinion. Only other ones I could say come close were Jinka versus you and Tsubasa versus RYUGA. So RYUGA and El Drago are standing there flexing, and KYOYA took offense to that. Hits that anything you can do, I can do better, and destroys the remains of what's left. Oh, nah, they're going aura for aura, band for band. They literally said forget the stadium, we running ones with no rules. This that John Cena brought Lesnar extreme rules. Watching this again, I'm still getting that same feeling I had as a kid. I just love how KYOYA was letting RYUGA know that he's a crash out too, and that he's about that life. So they both up the bays, and now it's time. 3, 2, 1. And they let it rip. RYUGA's on the attack first, but hold on. This man must be getting his powers from Satan himself. RYUGA tells El Drago to crush Leon in one hit, but KYOYA's with all of it. He tells Leon to fight back in the 2 headbutt, causing both bays to clash. This creates an explosion, sending KYOYA back. And my first time watching this, I was so shook. I was thinking, ain't no way RYUGA finna pat bro up in one hit, but that was not the case. KYOYA screams, trying to go Super Saiyan, but RYUGA isn't bothered at all. He sends El Drago to do the same move, but we all know Leon is a defense type, meaning he's most likely got a counter to most attack bays. KYOYA uses his famous move, Lion Gale Force Wall, and this creates a tornado in the stadium, swinging rocks around to hit El Drago. Had El Drago leaning in on the ropes. Then he lets RYUGA know that he has offense too, and not just defense. Unlike Tony Allen, that nigga's a black hole on offense. Leon sending rocks to hit El Drago and gets off a 5-hit combo, but looking back at the attacks, I thought that these were the weakest blows the entire match, and I ended up being right, because everyone was glazing, but you warns them that this was not a good thing. That level of attack is too weak to even affect El Drago, let alone drain his stamina. It's like watching Neon fight Jack Daugherty. You'll fall asleep in the first 10 seconds. So RYUGA's on the attack, and he decides to use his dark move, Dragon Emperor Soul Ring Bite Strike. I knew once I saw that energy ring turn, things were about to get real. El Drago being a left rotation bait already puts Leon at a disadvantage, and now bro switching gears. We see that the sky gets dark and lightning hits El Drago, and this basically gives him a buff. KYOYA increases the winds of Leon to try to push back, but we already know that don't work. Like, why is he still sending these rocks at El Drago knowing that doesn't work?
You know I had to double it.
So KYOYA has no choice but to take El Drago head on. So we see the two collide with their heads, trying to transfer CTE to each other. This causes another explosion and sends KYOYA flying back to the wall. This man RYUGA was literally trying to catch bodies out here. Like, it's never that serious. The way he smoked Tsubasa and Hikaru still traumatizes me to this day.
To this day! To this day!
Like, why is bro not behind bars? So after he hits the wall, we see KYOYA flying through the air. Ain't no way they doing my guy like this. Had him looking like he trying to praise the Lord. Jinka screams, telling KYOYA to lock in. So KYOYA plants his feet, shakes it off, and starts tweaking. RYUGA shook, and he asks him why does he keep standing. And KYOYA tells him it's because he's not finna lose to a nigga with borrowed power. And then he calls him out and tells him that he only wins by stealing people's powers. And when you think about it, this nigga actually spitting. Just think about Tsubasa's fight against RYUGA. Bro was getting cooked so bad, he had to use the dark move to win. Bro just be collecting Blader spirits like Infinity Stones. So KYOYA tells RYUGA to use his own strength to beat him, basically asking bro where's his Saiyan pride. RYUGA accepts the challenge and tells bro to get ready for the fight of his life. We see lightning strikes and the two face off. Man, this fight alone shits on Beyblade Burst. Like, everything after the Metal Saga is mid, except Bay Wheels. That shit just straight ass.
Bruh.
So the two clash and start going at it. Neither's giving up, and this is causing explosions all over the arena. KYOYA attacks, and RYUGA tells him that he isn't even worth the dirt on his shoes. RYUGA be talking crazy to everyone. I remember when he told Jinka he packed his dad up and started making fun of him for it.
I'll say it 1,000 times, your father couldn't cut it.
That's insane work, I'm not gonna lie. So El Drago's attacking Leon, but KYOYA responds, knocking it back. El Drago claps back at Leon, and everyone has to feel the effects of these two crashing out. Arena finna look like New York when the Avengers come through. I'm taking my kids home immediately. KYOYA's laughing, out there tripping balls, and RYUGA's telling bro ain't shit funny. We see El Drago hitting Leon and pushing him back out the stadium. KYOYA looks up, and these two are now fighting on the wall. No regard for anyone in the crowd, just crashing out for fun. Leon pushes back against El Drago, and the two center the ring. So Madoka pulls out her computer and starts going through the stats. We find out that every hit that these two deal contains the same power as a special move, and if you know what a special move is, you know how insane this battle is right now. Most bays can only use the power of a special move once or twice a battle, and we got these two casually doing it with every blow. If this was a band for band, the both of them would be at 20k right now, maybe 25k. So El Drago goes towards Leon, fakes him out, and then switches his fighting style. He starts attacking Leon, and he's doing some heavy damage. Each blow can be seen or heard from outside the stadium. We see that KYOYA actually wants this to happen. He wants El Drago to use his full power. This way, when El Drago's at his peak, he can inflict the most damage. Not gonna lie, this is the talk of a crash out, but KYOYA being my dog, I'm all for it. El Drago attacks, misses, and this gets RYUGA pissed. He goes for the one shot and hits, but KYOYA's Blader spirit is keeping him alive. KYOYA's talking about how his spirit keeps him fighting, and RYUGA says he wants to crush his spirit like a bug. Oh my gosh, bro gets off on crushing other people's will to fight.
Lock his ass up! Lock his ass up!
Bro is actually insane, and he just so happens to be one of the only black characters in this show. Now RYUGA is definitely a YN. So these two go head on, creating an explosion so big you can't tell what's going on. Whole arena looked like a Snoop Dogg smoke sesh. Even he would tap out. KYOYA is raging about his Blader spirit, and he attacks El Drago head on. The attack fails like Playboy Matt's trying to get hoes in 2025. Bruh. Shit's cooked, gang. He needs to pack it up. So after getting sent back, KYOYA starts talking that talk. He tells RYUGA that he won't ever get crushed, not now or ever. And this gets the entire arena screaming. This is where the fight becomes peak Beyblade, because we learned that KYOYA is willing to keep on going no matter what. Like, his body and Bay literally can't keep this up for much longer, but he's willing to fight to the very end.
This shit means something to me, man.
I'm trying to tell y'all, bro's basically Vegeta with a Beyblade. Him not joining Gang Gang Galaxy and Metal Masters is the equivalent of Vegeta going Majin. And we all know Gang Gang Galaxy versus Wild Fame was peak. So RYUGA tries to sneak, but KYOYA catches and stops him. Then he attacks again, pushing KYOYA back. KYOYA is still fighting and refuses to give up, and this pushes RYUGA even further. RYUGA once again wins the clash, doing damage to KYOYA. But KYOYA tells bro that he's still here. Then we get a moment of respect between the two. RYUGA tells him that nobody's pushed him this far, and for that he gives him credit, basically telling him to stand proud because he's strong. On the same time in the Sukino, KYOYA respects him back, and the two go even further beyond. Their base clash, but this time they're wobbling, and this means that the both of them are losing stamina, and eventually one of them will stop spinning. The next attack will decide the winner of the match, so it's time to go big or go home. RYUGA is screaming while sending El Drago, and KYOYA is doing the same with Leon. Then we see the both of them coming together and delivering their final blows. Both spirits are clashing, causing the biggest explosion yet. We're at the point where we don't know what to expect, but then it happens. El Drago turns, looks at RYUGA, and bro is confused. What did he say fuck me for? El Drago charges at him and enters the dark power into him, causing RYUGA to lose his mind. As he's screaming in pain, he grows claws, and we see El Drago's sign outside the arena. KYOYA is asking bro what's wrong, because he was just fine a second ago. We find out that this is not just a battle of two people who love Beyblade anymore, but instead, this is literally a fight for your life. RYUGA starts tweaking out and says the only way to heal our wounds is with the power of bladers. Dawg, this was KYOYA's sign to fall back, but KYOYA being a real one stands on business. He tells RYUGA to try it and for Jinka to watch.
You know how long I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
KYOYA uses his special move, King Lion Fury's Blast Shot, and RYUGA uses his dark move, Dragon Emperor Soaring Destruction. We got the both of them charging at each other with one last move, and just look at how cool these bays look in action. Like, I wish my bays could do this when I was a kid. So the two spirits clash, and we see RYUGA and KYOYA headbutting each other, and they were out there giving it their all. Dawg, this fight was so beautiful, it belongs in the Beyblade Hall of Fame. Easily top 5 Beyblade matches of all time. So everyone clears the arena, and the match ends in one final boom. We see that El Drago is still spinning and Leon is not, making RYUGA the winner of the battle and advancing to the finals. Once all the smoke clears and all the destruction is done, we get one last look at KYOYA, and it ain't looking too good. KYOYA is pierced by El Drago, making Benkai drop on all 4s. Say what you want, but at least KYOYA lost and got pierced standing on all 10. My guy went out like a G. Get it? Anyways, I want to thank y'all for all my support. I really do love y'all, man, and I hope I see y'all ugly ass niggas next video. G-way or no way. Peace.